It's honestly been way too long since the last time I made a video. It's honestly been meaning to make one a lot sooner, just haven't really had the time. Last month I actually started training for a new job, so that definitely took a lot of time. And I was actually training, though, at a location that was not too far away from Irvington Vinyl. So after one of the training classes was over, I had to definitely make a stop into Irvington Vinyl. It was only probably about 10 minutes from where I was at, and which is a lot closer than where I usually am from it. So I definitely had to stop in there one day and look around, and I did walk out of there with only one album, but always at least find something at Irvington Vinyl. It's just a fantastic store. I mean, you definitely always find something. I think it was actually voted the #1 record store in Indianapolis not too long ago from some website, and definitely just an awesome store. But I just picked up this Mark Lanegan, the Winding Sheet album, his first solo album, and this is an original 1990 German copy. Just a phenomenal album from Mark Lanegan, and the cool thing is Chris Novoselic and Kurt Cobain actually play on a couple tracks, which is really cool. Kurt Cobain actually does background vocals on Where'd You Sleep Last Night, I believe. But just a fantastic album. Always find at least something at Irvington Vinyl. I mean, it's just an amazing store. But that is the only thing that I actually did purchase in there. Then I went to Barnes & Noble and picked this album up when it came out. And it's the newest Jayhawks album. And Paging Mr. Proust. Really solid album. Probably one of my favorite Jayhawks album that I've heard in a while. Picked that up there. Really, really good album. If you like the Jayhawks, definitely recommend picking it up. But then the next couple albums I'm going to show are ones I got at the Vinyl Rescue Project. Always go there all the time. I'm sure you guys hear me talk about them all the time. These albums I got various different stops, didn't get them all at the same time. But the first album that I am going to show that I picked up there, picked this up a couple weeks ago. It's The Wallflowers, Bringing Down the Horse. That's the 20th anniversary reissue. It's actually the first time this has actually ever been issued on vinyl at all. And just a fantastic classic album from the Wallflowers. Can't go wrong with Jakob Dylan. Can't go wrong with the Wallflowers. Of course, it's got the song One Headlight, Sixth Avenue Heartache. Just an awesome album. Really glad that they reissued this on vinyl. Definitely really cool. And then I also picked up Candlebox's newest album. This one came out probably about a month ago or so as well, Disappearing at Airports. Really, really enjoyed Candlebox's first 3 albums, especially their first album. It's really, really solid. And I really do enjoy this one as well. Probably don't like it as much as their earlier stuff, but it is still a very solid album from Candlebox. Definitely good to see that they're still releasing albums. And then I also did pick up the newest Rob Zombie album, The Electric Warlock Acid Witch. It's an alright album, definitely not my favorite. There's a couple songs that I really did enjoy, and there's honestly some songs that I could really do without, but really do like the holographic cover that it came with, and it does come off, but the cover is actually probably the coolest thing about this album. But it's an alright album. But I actually got that album on sale, so that's one of the reasons why I picked it up. It wasn't too expensive. And the last album I actually picked up at the Vinyl Rescue Project is the 2013 mix of In Utero. I have an original copy of In Utero. Probably really didn't need to get this, but it was there, so I ended up picking it up. It's definitely kind of cool to hear different mixes of some of the songs that you're more used to hearing. Some of them not too much different. But it is cool nonetheless. Definitely glad to have it added into the Nirvana collection. One of those things that I probably won't listen to all that often because honestly I'm going to want to go more towards the original In Utero mix versus this one. But nonetheless, still sounds really cool. Definitely cool to hear different mixes on these songs that I've heard over and over again. So definitely cool to pick that up. And I do have a Discogs buy. I actually picked this up on Discogs just last week. And nothing too special. It's Alanis Morissette, supposed former infatuation junkie. Something. It's an album that came out after Jagged Little Pill. This is an original 1998 copy. It's one that I've kind of wanted to get for a while, but never really could find it for the price that I wanted to get it at. I found one for pretty cheap, and it was in fantastic shape, so I ended up picking it up. But nothing too special there. But it's a solid album, nonetheless, from Alanis Morissette. And then last weekend, I actually did go up to Luna Music. It's been a while since I went up there, so I went and checked that out. Really didn't find too many things there. It's kind of like a hit or miss when you go to Luna. And then there's a lot of times I find stuff, then it's just way too expensive. And honestly, just probably like overpriced on some of the stuff. Some of the stuff is fair priced. But nonetheless, always enjoy going to Luna Music. It's definitely, in my opinion, one of the cooler record shops in Indianapolis area. But I did find one thing, which I was actually pretty stoked to find, and it is an original 1992 copy of the Black Crowes Southern Harmony. This is a UK pressing, and was really super psyched to find that. I actually found that in the New Arrivals bin, so I'm guessing they had just gotten it in not that long ago. So I was definitely glad to find this. I know they've reissued them on vinyl not really too long ago, and this one was actually not that much more than the reissue, so I definitely figured I would get the original copy than the reissue, because this is actually one of the ones that I had been meaning to get the reissue of for quite some time. I just never did, and now I have the original copy, so I don't really have any need to get the original one anytime, or the reissue anytime soon. But definitely really cool to find that at Luna Music. But that's the only thing that I ended up walking out of Luna Music with, and that's actually all the albums I have to show. Not really too many, but the Pearl Jam actually did announce that they are reissuing No Code and Yield, as well as all the singles that go with those albums, which is really cool. Already ordered the pre-orders of them actually from the Pearl Jam's website, and I was definitely super stoked that they're finally reissuing them. Of course, I own original copies of No Code and Yield, but definitely honestly awesome to own new copies, so I don't have to play the originals anymore. But definitely super stoked that they're reissuing those. So definitely can't wait till those come out. I think it's August 5th is when they're actually releasing them. And Dave Matthews Band is also finally reissuing Crash, which I've been hoping that they would this year, and they finally are. I think that comes out sometime in July. So definitely some cool releases coming out soon, for sure. But that's all the stuff that I have to show. Anyway, guys, thanks again for watching, and hopefully I can have another video up sooner than a month. But definitely starting to get in the groove of things now, so should hopefully have some more videos popping up sooner than later. Anyway, guys, thanks again for watching.